Rock Marques da Dust2 Brasil para falar aqui com o Karrigan da FaZe, que acabou de vencer a equipe da Legacy. So Karrigan, I think a very special game for you because you guys had lost for Legacy before. Did we saw some kind of revenge there?
Yeah, of course. I think at a major is especially funny when you play one team and you go to the next stage, both teams, then you really want to play the same team if you lost, right? And I think today we got a good map. We had a bad start, but we managed to really stay focused and make sure that we had enough rounds for the T side to finish the job. And yeah, it was a lot of shouting back and forth. They started, I was like, give me a few rounds so I can shout back as well. So the game is on, you know?
And besides being a BO3 that time and a BO1 now, do you think something was different? Like in the mood of the teams or even like the gameplay itself?
Yeah, maybe in the 2-0 game we underestimated them a bit, right? We played so good against Heroic and where we placed Tyler on the first day, we really made stumps, right? So next day we have a lot of confidence and Legacy just took it away from us, right? And they deserved that win. They played way better. They played with so much confidence that game. But today we were a stronger team and I think that showed us well in the game that even when they did the same things and shooting the same way, we managed to stay strong and have really good holds in the end and managed to have a 6 CT side on Anubis being down 4-5-0.
And another thing, you have a lot of weapons on this team. So I have s1MPLE and he's playing better in the last 3 or 4 games. How is it to integrate him in the system? Do you feel he's more relaxed? That's why he's putting better numbers right now?
I think it's up and down, right? I don't know if things relax. He has a lot of pressure on him, but you can feel when he's feeling the game. Like today, I think he felt the game a lot, and the 5-on-3, he gets 2 openings, so it becomes a 3-on-3, and super fast with Dorp, right? It just adds another arsenal to our weaponry. We have a lot of aggressive rivals in the team. We have Frozen, who is really good passive player. So having Sasha in between there and controlling the game in the most important part. So yeah, so far he's doing a great job, and I hope we can get to playoff because I think there is 5-10% more on him on a stage.
And for you as a captain, how you worked with one of the best players in this game, but now you're working with s1MPLE. Is that being different? Is he like some different type of aura during the game?
He's a different character, both outside and inside the game. It is making sure that we are giving him space, but also don't change what FaZe is, right? Most important thing that I don't make everyone else uncomfortable on the team. So Sasha has a lot of space to do whatever he wants, and the dynamic has changed mostly in, I would say, X and X, 3-on-3s, how he wants to play the rounds, and sometimes I'm dead. So you can kind of like naturally feel he's a very vocal player, and in these 3-on-3s, that's where we have lacked a little bit the last few months to have a vocal guy who wants to set himself up for success. So he's doing a great job of that.
And this major, we have been seeing a lot of shouting. I know you love to do it, and we see a lot of players, Apex, Duma, like everyone seems like it's the shouting major. It's more fun when you play like that? Is that way like you can distress a little bit when you are shouting?
Yes and no, right? There's always the things you shout and you lose next round. It's like, oh my God, you know? So I think it's go both ways. I think it's part of the game. We have seen it grow the last year. I think the most important thing is how community reacts, right? Because when you're shouting and you get cancelled and you get really bad comments on social media, then it's not that fun, you know, because it has a cost. But I don't really care about that. But I feel like this major, nobody has been flagged for saying stuff or doing stuff. So I'm super happy community taking it with open arms because now it feels like more players are willing to do it. Because when you're a young player and you start shouting at enemies and people hate you, that's not a fun situation to be in. We all want to win, right? And shouting is part of the game.
And where the ambulance come from?
I have no idea. I think we played BC game and I felt like they shouted very strange. It sounded like an alarm, so I thought like I'll make a better one. And here we are. The ambulance is in full effect.
So now you enter the 2-1 pool, and that's been a strange measure when we talk about like the big teams. We saw Vitality losing yesterday, Mouse going 0-2. So I think there's no safe space in any of the pools, and the 2-1 is going to be very, very hard. How do you plan to deal? You don't know the team you're going to play yet, but how do you plan to deal with so many upsets and make sure that FaZe is not one of these teams who get upset?
I mean, we play the team in front of us, whatever it is. At a major, if you're a 2-1 pool, you're always going to play a tough team. You're not wishing for an easy game because even the easier game teams on paper is the ones that have more to win and are really excited to play. And the other teams, the big teams, have more pressure in a 2-1 game. So we're used to everything. I don't really care who we play. As long as we do give everything, and hopefully that will be enough to qualify for the next stage.